Hey guys, what's going on? This is Ken, and I'm coming at you from an undisclosed location somewhere outside, and I'm here to do a review of this 1 to 400 scale United Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 from NG models. And before I get started, I have to say that this really is a very nice model from NG, and I highly recommend it if you can still get a hold of one. So, with that said, I'll start the review off with the box. So, of course, here is the front of the box, and I think, as always, NG has done a phenomenal job with the box art, uh, especially with this 737 MAX 9, and it's kind of not your typical United Airlines 737 box art. Alright, so let's move on. So here is the bottom of the box with an identification sticker along with the item number. If I can get it to focus. Alright, there it is. Here is the right side, the top, the left side, and then here is the back, and you can pause to read if you want, if not, and that's okay too. Alright, so now back to the front, and now on to the main star of the video, which is the model herself. So let's get to it. Alright, so here she is in all of her glory in her plastic cocoon. And before I get started with the model herself, here is the rewards card that came with the model. And you can pause to read it if you want. Alright, and as I said, here is the model herself. Alright, so let me just get the model in position, and as always, I like to take the models out of their plastic cocoons with the bottom part facing up, because for me it's a little bit easier to take the models out that way. And while I have the model here in this position, I'll do a quick landing gear check just to make sure that everything's in order. Alright, so this one's okay, this one's okay, and this one's okay. So all three sets of landing gear check out. Alright, so now let's just get the model out of her plastic and get her right side up. Alright, so here she is, and as I said before, this is a very nice model, a very gorgeous model. Alright, so I'll just do a quick turn of the model so that you guys can take a better look at her. Alright, okay, so now let's just start off the review at the front of the model as always. So, okay, so excuse the shaking a little bit. Alright, so here at the front you have the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, one pitot tube and static port all the way at front. Of course, there is the front landing gear, and then the front landing gear doors. Then there is the Star Alliance logo behind the cockpit windows, along with the forward antenna, which is red on this model, and then the L1 door, and of course you have the nice gold band that United decided to implement on their Maxes as well as their 787s. Alright, anyways, here is the United tunnels as well as the forward set of windows, and then there are some more sensors and ports. Alright, now moving on to the mid part of the model. Here is the left side landing light as well as the left engine, nice CFM engine, and then here is a look inside of the engine, and yeah, the engine does have a lot of nice printed details. There are the chevron details at the rear of the engine housing. Yeah, just very nice in general. Right, so then there are the two overwing emergency exits as well as the top anti-collision light, and then the antenna at the middle of the top part of the fuselage. And then here on the top part of the left wing, there are some nice printed and molded details, the flaps and slats and spoilers. Alright, so now here at the very tip of the left wing, there is the left side navigation light as well as the Max split scimitar winglet, which is nice. Alright, and then here is the Wi-Fi box as well as another emergency exit door, or if you consider it just another door, it would be your L2 door. Alright, and then here at the very rear of the model, you have the rear set of windows, the American flag, the rear antenna. Then here is the registration, which on this particular model is N37508 or November 37508. And then there is the L2 door, or if you consider this door a regular door, it would be your L3 door. And then there is the nice United globe tail, and then of course the continuation of the gold band that goes around the aircraft, as well as what looks to be the fleet number. Alright, and then here is a view of the top part of the two horizontal stabilizers, which have some molded details, as well as the printed detail of the dot that represents the light that illuminates the vertical stabilizer when the aircraft flies at night or during night operations. Alright, and then here at the very rear of the model there is the APU, which is a very nice APU. Alright, so now let's move on to the right side of the model, which is pretty similar to the left side with the exception of the rear and forward cargo doors. And then also another difference would be that the right side has two pitot tubes at the very front, as opposed to just a single pitot tube, which the left side has. Alright, but other than that, those are the two major differences. Of course, there is the right side navigation light, which is green as opposed to red. Alright, moving on, here is a top view of the model. Yeah, and as mentioned before, the top part of the wings have some nice molded and printed details. Right, and before I forget, there is an inside view of the right engine. Alright, so now turning the model onto the underside. Here is the underside of the front landing gear, and right there at the very front of the model it does say 737-9. Right, so here is the forward antenna as well as the forward cargo door, and then the bottom of the engines does have some very nice printed details. Alright, and then the bottom of the wings also have some nice molded details. Here are the two main landing gears, and then the wells for the main landing gear, and then here are the two bottom middle antennas, which again are red. There is the registration again, which is November 37508 or N37508. The rear cargo door, as mentioned before. And then there is the tail scraper, the APU doors, and then the two horizontal stabilizers have some nice molded details right here in the bottom view. And then there is the APU itself. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the review of this model, and I'll just do another quick turn of the model so that you guys can have one final look at her. Right, and also before I officially end the video, I'll just get a view of this model with her two older sisters, so please bear with me. Alright, so here you can see the Max 9 here in the foreground, and then here is a 737-900ER in the United Continental merger colors, And then here is another 737-900 in the Evo blue colors. And I have a Eco Skies special colored 737-900 which isn't here. Alright, so now with that said, I hope you guys like the video, and as always, I hope you guys stay happy, safe, and healthy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.